Mindo, we head all the way down to the Pacific coast of Ecuador. It's hot, and we're not really impressed with the northern coastline. But further south, it becomes way more interesting, especially in Puerto López, where we watch the fishermen coming in with a big catch. After 5 days on the coast, we've had enough of the heat, and we make our way back inland. Guayaquil is not really worth stopping, so we drive straight through it in half an hour.
And we are spending the night on a gas station in Viche, which is about 40 kilometers from Playa Escondida at on the Pacific coast. It's not a bad place, really. This is a giant grasshopper. It's huge. We just had an earthquake, a really strong one. That's why I'm back out. Our motorhome was shaking for 30 seconds. The guys left the station. They are standing outside as well. We might have an aftershock, and I came outside to see if there's anything crashing on us, but the lamp is far away from us, so we should be okay. But it woke everybody up. You can see that giant cricket. It's huge. So we are on our way to Esmeraldas, to the coast of Ecuador, and the last stretch is a nice modern four-way highway. Bienvenido a Esmeraldas. We're going to turn off before the town though. We have no interest to actually take a look at Esmeraldas. We had an earthquake last night of magnitude 6, and we did feel it. And it was just off the coast here. This is where the road is E15. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We take the coastal road E15 south. Towns are super ugly here. We're south of Esmeralda now, and it's 33.3 degrees outside. We're sweating buckets.
We're actually west of Esmeralda.
Yeah, we were thinking about going straight back into the mountains, but we might spend one night on the beach. We see how we feel. We need a shower, we just decided. Even if it's a cold shower, we take it. This is the sound you totally think about when you think about beaches. We were wrong, it's Ton Super. Helen says it's one of those beach places everybody goes to. You can see all the high-rise buildings. Of course, it's all built up here. So we're heading into Sua. It's a small beach town. Right, yeah.
In 800 meters, arrive at Cabana Sol d'Issois on the left.
That's at least a nice tarmac road. Not one of those bumpy, sandy roads. Tope. It's hard to see, but it's oh yeah, it goes right down to the waterfront. It's not full here. Oh, that's nice. That looks a little bit more relaxing here than the other places. Yeah, and it says hopefully it doesn't smell like sewer.
Yeah, because the place is called Sua.
Yeah. I think it means something different than sewer.
In 500 meters, arrive at Cabana Sol d'Issois on the left.
Let's go down to the beachfront. See if we can park there, get some fresh air. It's still 31 degrees here. So there's a massive sign of sewer. Why don't you park to the right, or are we not allowed to park here? Yeah, oh, that's true. Let's see what we can do. Here's the ocean. We haven't been to the ocean in 2 years. Oh, that looks nice.
Unfortunately, there's almost always a no parking sign right next to the ocean front, and it's way too hot at the moment to stop somewhere off the beaches. We're better off driving, really.
We are now a little bit away from the coast, a little bit inland, and we think it's much nicer actually. People just live their lives here with farming, bananas, and other fruits. And it's we're not nicely rolling along the road here. We skipped Playa Escondida because it would have been a 10-kilometer dirt road to get there, and then $14 on the campground minimum. It could be even more expensive now after the pandemic. So now we decided just to roll along here, find a spot for coffee and cake, and then continue.
We're really not impressed with the northern coast of Ecuador. To get to the nice beaches, you need to drive on dirt roads for a few kilometres. Due to the heavy rain season, most of these roads are wet and bumpy, and you never know if you can get back out after the next rain. Beach towns that are close to the main highway are completely built up with big hotels and apartment buildings, and free parking is almost impossible to find. The main industries along the Pacific coast are huge shrimp farms and banana plantations. Shrimp farming began in Ecuador almost 50 years ago. Today, Ecuador is the main producer of farm shrimp on the continent, accounting for more than 50% of the production of the Latin American region.
This was our home last night. We're taking a shortcut that seems to be a long cut, but we're on our way to San Antonio and then further on to San Vicente and Bahía de Caráquez. But look at this storm over there. That storm is really nasty. Yeah, you can't see a thing. It goes all the way down to the bottom. But we're bypassing it. For the moment, yeah. So we got back down to the ocean in San Vicente, Bahía de Caráquez. I can't keep this name in mind. We're aiming for a little church that's apparently quite nice, and then we head south again. This is the church on the beach, but it's not open. Over the bridge to Bahía Caráquez. Caráquez was destroyed completely in 1998 and partially destroyed in 2016 by earthquakes. So they had to rebuild a few times. We'll probably just take a drive around the town. Driving into the town. Here's the bridge we just crossed. It's quite a long bridge. We're doing the American sightseeing, just see everything from the car. This is the promenade, the Malecon, what is it in English? The beachfront promenade. And this is where the hotels are starting. We just do a little sightseeing loop around here. Isn't that nice, driving around the hotels? Oh, here's the beach though. There we go, sandy beach. It's actually nicer than the other side. And it doesn't smell so bad. Finding us a spot to park, and here is the famous lighthouse. This is a faro, a lighthouse right on the beach. This is the absolute excitement here. You can tell we're really impressed by the Ecuadorian beaches so far. Yeah, finish the loop here. Well, that looks like a nice hotel. At least you can have a balcony if you're bored to death with the beach. There's a big cross on the hill. This town was completely rebuilt, but they could have done it a little bit more nicely. This looks like an older building here. This is apparently, according to Lonely Planet, now an eco-city. I don't know, but we have other imaginations about that. Some old buildings are still here though.
They've tried to put the building back together.
Yeah. We have to go through a village here which is completely flooded. Yeah, go slowly. We can't see any potholes, but there's a huge puddle here. And then already saw a couple of side streets that were totally flooded.
March and April are the wettest months in Ecuador, and almost every day there's a landslide or flooding somewhere in the country. Lots of main highways in Ecuador are washed out or blocked. Repairs are done as quickly as possible, but 3 of the 5 main roads in and out of Cuenca are not passable for weeks now. The rain is mostly in the high Andes, but the rivers transport the amount of water all the way down to the coast or into the Amazon region. Hence, these areas are flooded too. Thank God we can get through here.
There's more to come. Really dangerous because you can't see the brake lights of the truck in front of it. I mean, you can hardly see those emergency flashes. There are so many cars that drive without lights. It's kind of scary here sometimes in Ecuador. We already said today if Helen wants a job, she could give driving lessons. And we called it Drive Right by the English. And Helen made the faces. So we were lucky to find a hostel behind a gas station in Rocafuerte. And I asked the ladies in the kitchen if we can park on their car park here because it's quite noisy on the main drag on the gas station, where we could have parked as well. Sometimes you just have to take your chances and then look around. This is a super spot. It starts to rain again, and it's actually quite a nice hostel. And I was thinking about getting a shower here, but maybe we'll check that out later. We are leaving Monte Cristi, which is the original town for the Panama heads.
Here she is with a hat under a boot.
No. Oh yeah, okay, there she is.
I think I'm going this way.
Well, she has a hat under her boobs, we have sweat under ours. It's really hot.
Too hot.
And we're driving towards Manta, a really ugly place. We're so not impressed at the moment with the coastline. This is the second ramp. The first one we've seen wasn't even finished. If you would have taken that, you would have dropped off and drove into the abyss at the end of it. This one is at least finished but can't be used either. What a waste of tax dollars, concrete, money, I don't know. And we don't even understand why that is. Now we have to go around potholes because they didn't finish it. So we found a lunch spot at the ocean. Piedra Laga, just south of Manta. Bad spot. We're driving through lots and lots of white butterflies. It's almost like fallen snow. Butterfly alley. Very strange. This is San Lorenzo. That looks quite nice actually. This is just south of San Lorenzo. At least you get a bit of a beach here. Las Piñas, and the island just across is the island we might go on a boat trip. This is what I imagine it to be for the beach towns. Palapas on the beach with restaurants. Nice fresh breeze. Bit of calypso music. There's even a little church there. Smaller hotels, fishing boats. That's my kind of thing. What do you think, Helen?
They all cover up their motors though. Stop
Yeah.
getting rusted.
Yeah. You're right on the ocean, salt water. And of course you get your toppers. We just saw the sign of the restaurant that used to be here. It's probably in the ocean. Yeah, that's what happens. This is what you can see the road going here. I think they're trying to stabilize the huts here. We're in Puerto López, and instead of going for an expensive spot in a hostel, we decided to go out for a meal. And we both ordered fish. Helen has the fried fish, I have the grilled fish. See how that works. Next to the ocean and the palm trees. This will probably be our only video of the ocean. Sunset at the ocean in Puerto López. And this is where we stopped for the night. We're just eating in this hostel here. The food came while I was outside. Wow, that looks awesome. Yum. I was not too impressed with the salad dressing, but the rest looks really, really good. I'm starving. We're off for a little night walk here on the beach. It's really nicely done here on the beach.
Puerto López has 16,000 inhabitants, and the main industries in this small fishing village include fishing and ecotourism. The street closest to the beach has many restaurants, beach bars and some nightclubs.
This is the local fish cutting place. It stinks like hell. Helen's probably holding her nose. Real busy here at night. Gracias. Helen hates it.
Oh, das war furchtbar. That was really stinky.
We're really enjoying this evening here in Puerto López. It's the Malecón and the pier. One of the fishing boats coming in.
Whale watching is very popular from mid-June to October, when the huge humpback whales mate near Puerto López. But right now, it's not worth going on a boat trip. Because of the rain, the water is murky and the visibility during snorkeling trips is low.
Did you get yourself a stinky fish?
Chocolate?
No.
¿Es con gumi? No. Es un chiclet. Oh. There's some.
Este es chocolate.
Okay. No. Gumi.
You go for it.
But can't eat them. You can't swallow it. You have to spit it out.
Oh, okay.
But they are nice.
Choose what you want. And make it quick, otherwise
Bananas.
Esto es gomita.
Sí, esos. Esos.
Marshmallows.
Son dos, ¿sí?
Sí, ok.
Okay. Y un salsa.
Sí,
Maracuya?
ok.
Okay. Sí. So, we need money.
Habe ich schon hingelegt, $2.
$2. Okay.
Oh.
Bueno. Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ustedes. Pasen
Buenas
bien.
noches.
Buenas noches.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
This is how we like a fast holiday in a beach town. Glitzy glitzy with yummy ice cream after a good meal.
I never used to be fond of ice cream, it's just that...
It's so hot.
No, when I went walking in England, I saw 99s and I thought I couldn't go past anymore. I'm on holiday. So I got a 99 with my chocolate flake. Oh, I thought that was so wonderful ever since I've been eating ice cream.
That's good. Ecuador is playing Argentina tonight. And Argentina is leading 1-0.
It's the last qualifying match for the World Cup, and Ecuador needs at least a point to get through. The whole town is watching the game on the many TV screens. In the 93rd minute, Ecuador gets a penalty. Here's the chance to qualify directly for the World Cup in Qatar.
It's a penalty given for Ecuador. People are happy about it. They even stop on their motorbikes to take a look.
Second time. Ecuador campeones del mundo.
Fishermen are just coming in with their catch. It's mayhem up there.
Pearson just wanted to have a quick look at the beach and saw all the birds circling above the boats. What should have been a maximum of 10 minutes turned into a whole hour. Fishing is an important activity in Puerto López. In local waters there are amberjacks, dolphins, wahoos, marlins and tuna of many different species. The boats are going out every night, and obviously one of the boats came back with a huge catch this morning. Box after box is filled and the young men have to run fast to the waiting truck. Frigate birds are literally diving for the top of the boxes to snatch the fish. A stick is used to deter the birds, and they still manage to get a few fish.
These guys have to run for their lives. Ladder to take a video, but I have to hurry up. Clean up the boat. Boat needs to be repaired. just asked. It was an exceptionally good night. They probably caught about 100 kilos of, I think he said botella. I have to look it up. It looks like a small sardine, but he said it's not a sardine. So they're still on the beach unloading this boat, but this is the Bay of Puerto López. Of course, we're at a loud spot here, up on the hill. It's pretty cool here. They're all sitting on the line. They're waiting for the boats to come back.
The coastline between Puerto López and Salinas is definitely worth seeing, much better than the northern beach towns. You drive right along the Pacific shoreline and one small fishing village is followed by another. The sandy beaches look clean and are great to have a stroll on. Lots of small fish restaurants offer good and affordable lunch menus or dinners.
Big boat as a restaurant. Kind of nice. This was our lunch stop, right next to the ocean. So this is our last beach impression. We are now going inland back up into the mountains. We had enough of the heat and the mosquitoes and the sticky clothes. Bye bye Pacifico. Yeah. Oh, look at the pigs here. Little piglets here. We're whizzing towards Guayaquil on a 4-lane highway, but we turn off in a minute. This was just a shortcut to leave out the rest of the coast, but it feels good to make some speed and get some fresh air through the open windows. Yeah, so this is looking good. We have again a highway. What on earth is this? Grapes to buy on the side of the road. So now we're going into Guayaquil. We're doing the southern bypass. So we're having traffic here. From one second to the next. You can see all the rubbish on the streets there. There's a Hamburg Süd container, Hummel Hummel. It's from my hometown. I don't think we miss anything when we just drive through here. Helen just went straight through a red light. Uh-oh. Helen is becoming a South American driver, no doubt. And they're really the worst here in Ecuador, but we don't want to jinx anything. Kind of a naval museum or based here. We're going more or less through the city center here. It's a bit of a thrill ride, but not too bad. It's good that we have a GPS that tells us we should go red. But Helen is doing the South American thing here. Yeah, we go over the bridge. Wherever this other traffic is going, we have to follow these guys here, yeah, over the bridge. Oh. Oh. I hope we're allowed. 500 meters right. We're bypassing lots of traffic here.
Guayaquil is the second largest city in Ecuador and also the nation's main port. It was founded in 1538. It's a very busy city and it's hot. We have no intention to stop here for some sightseeing, Instead, we just drive along the famous 2.5 kilometre long Simon Bolivar boardwalk and through the traditional Las Peñas neighbourhood that has some of the oldest buildings and houses of the city.
So now we're turning off onto the Malecon. Helen says it's the only thing that is, you stay on the right. It's the only thing that's fairly attractive.
Arrive at Malecan on the right.
Ah, keep going. Oh, that's kind of nice. There's swimming pools and there's a real Malecon to walk on. We have a tower here. Nice buildings. Helen takes us on the scenic route. We're just doing a drive-through here.
400 meters, arrive at Malecan on the right.
Malecon. Es wie Pacifico. Nee, wie war das? Pacifico. Pacifico war Pacifico. Very nice buildings here, right on the waterfront.
Apparently it was $1 million project or something that they...
Yeah, they fenced it off though from the traffic. So.
Hola!
Hola! Looks like a botanical garden here in here. I'm sure it's a really nice park when you have the time to stop and take a look. But there are parking garages here, but we cannot get into them. We're too high. There's a cable car going across. We're not quite sure if we have to go through the tunnel. Yeah, I think you have to go through, yeah. Yeah, you're on the right track. Okay, yeah, we go through the tunnel. You never know what awaits you here. Yeah, we have to go straight. I'm glad we can go over here because this looks like traffic jam. It's better than La Paz so far. Look at all the traffic here though, wow. Big massive monument, and we just managed to move over. I had to concentrate for a moment because, no, that is correct. We're correct. This is the bridge we want to go across. E40, yeah, okay. I think we made it. Yeah. That's a massive bridge here. Now we made it. We're rolling nicely again. It only took us 35 minutes to get to through Guayaquil. That must be a record. But we had a few red lights that Helen just went straight through. We're not going to tell anybody.
Just did it.
Here's the fabulous driver.
Yeah, we just have to go. What about everybody else? And I wasn't the only people behind me anyway.
Yeah. She knows what to do.
In our next video, we head back into the Andes and into a severe storm. For 3 weeks, we enjoy our favourite city in Ecuador once again. Cuenca has always something to offer, and we also celebrate my 60th birthday in style.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!